Good morning. I just want to explain to you a little bit about your garbage analysis experiment, what's going to happen, what it looks like, and go over the calculations that you'll have to be doing. The purpose of this experiment is ultimately to see what kind of garbage you produce and what categories of garbage you produce over the course of 5 to 6 days. You will be collecting your garbage, you'll be separating them into categories, and then weighing them. I would really like you to try and get at least one weekend day in your collection, because obviously we produce a lot more garbage on the weekends when we're home than maybe we do during the work day. So otherwise, try and collect your garbage for about 4 to 5. So what you're going to do is you're going to need to get a container for each of the following categories. Paper products, which would include cardboard, plastics, aluminum, tin, steel, etc., glass, food and other organic waste, and then miscellaneous, anything that doesn't belong in the other categories. Your containers can be garbage cans, they can be paper bags, they could be black garbage bags. It doesn't matter what kind of container you use to put your stuff in, but please weigh each empty container, because we're going to want to subtract that weight off eventually from the total amount of garbage that you produce. So weigh each empty container, write that down. Then what you're going to do is for 5 to 6 days, you're going to collect your garbage, put it in each of the containers. Again, make sure that when you are out and about at work or in your car or grabbing fast food, that you're keeping that garbage that you collected and including it into your collection. So it's not just the garbage you produce at home, you're trying to figure out how much garbage you produce all the time, everywhere. When you are finished, after 5 to 6 days, you're going to take each of the containers, weigh them, subtract the weight of the empty container off from them, and that will give you the weight of each category. Add all of those weights up, and that will give you the total amount of garbage that you produced during the course of the week. Then what you're going to do is you're going to calculate percentages. So you will take the weight of each individual category and you will divide it by the total weight of the garbage. So for example, if you had 5 pounds of glass in your glass container and you produced 20 total pounds of garbage over the week, you would take 5 divided by 20, that gives you 0.25, multiply that by 100, which would give you 25%, and 25% of your garbage then was glass. Then add the weight of all of the recyclable waste and divide it by the total weight of the waste to determine percentage of waste recycled, and then you can subtract that number from 100 to give you the percentage of non-recyclable waste. Whoops. You want to then figure out how much garbage per person per day was produced. So take the total amount of garbage produced, divide it by the number of days that you actually collected, 5 or 6. Take that number then and divide it by the number of people that participated. This is a great activity to do if you live in a household with a family, have your whole family get involved. If you have roommates that are kind of curious, it's a great activity to do as a group. However, I also know that sometimes roommates don't want to participate in this kind of thing, and you can obviously do it by yourself too. But it is a fun family/group activity if you get people willing to see how much garbage they make. Then you're going to submit your paper. You need to have a cover page, background information about recycling. You're going to cite any sources that you use, introduction to the project, what was the goal, why did you do it, procedure, how did you carry out your experiment. It should be very specific so that some stranger could look at your procedure and do the exact same thing. Data in a table or chart form, and then analysis conclusion. What did you learn? What can you do going forward to reduce your waste habits? How did you compare to the national average, etc.? Those types of information. And then a reference page if needed. Good luck. If you have any questions during the course of the week regarding this, let me know and I will try and help you, and enjoy your experiment.